Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with Darkness Within 2, the Dark Lineage. I'm gonna buy the music box and hopefully that will be the thing.
I'd like to buy that music box in the cellar.
Whatever you like.
Music box, it's quite heavy. And let's just buy the Jeep.
I'd like to buy that toy Jeep in the cellar.
That's an interesting choice.
I once had one similar to this. Okay.
Thanks, Henry. I have to go now.
I like how he just lets us enter and exit. What? What's this? Literally just trying anything out at this point. Okay, I guess there's nothing left to do but go back to our room, despite the fact that those guys want to take care of us, so to speak. Come on.
It seems this isn't a very popular spot for visitors. I was the only one who got off the train.
Yeah, Ark Hammond is an old town that doesn't have anything particularly interesting for sightseers.
Thanks. I must go now.
Okay. So luckily it's not something insulting. Okay. Is there anything I can do with this? Can't interact with that. Don't think... Let it play to the end. Okay. So, the only way I think that I can use the speakers, right? Because he said they're working. But I don't know how am I supposed to be able to interact with it. So, my question is, how do we use those speakers? It's not night, it's still day. That's kind of hard to tell with this game. Don't mind me. It's just a light. Nothing? How do I get these speakers to work? Okay. Guess the only other option I have left now is to go to that area. It's a bit far to walk, but it seems I have no other choice. And we have wolves. A half-frozen barrel. There's some torn papers here, which of course we can we... Okay, so there's no turning them around. This would be the other side. This will be up here. This is this side. Here. Okay. Here we go. There's that. Oh. It's underneath. There we go. Okay. That definitely looks like a direction to a maze. I'm gonna right now just take a picture of this. Okay. Okay. I just picked up a book. Some weird kind of machine. It looks very old, almost completely covered with rust. Okay. Oh, that stinks. It smells even worse than it looks. It's locked. Okay. There's this heavy smell here. I see that. Oh, blood. Okay, well, dead body. It looks like he froze to death. I better examine him. A capsule I found on the frozen corpse. A letter I found on the frozen corpse. Okay. Telescope pointing at the sky. There are a lot of books here. Most of them seem very old. I can see the books about astrology, chemistry, history, and mathematics. Chemistry, history, mathematics. Here's something. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff to go through, so protective magical signs. These magical signs are used to protect persons, animals, places, or any other object from all kinds of evils. Some of them are very old, originating in ancient times. During the Middle Ages, people used them to protect against the curses of witches. Even before that, they were used as a safeguard against shamans. This section will include some of the most powerful signs. To be effective, all of these signs should be kept close. And if a human or animal needs the protection, it should be carved on an object to be worn. To be worn. Where was I? If it is a building, signs should be placed on the gates, doors, windows, and shutters to prevent evil from penetrating inside. Or alternatively placed in a proper arrangement outside to prevent any evil from coming closer. And Urgerich is a particularly old protective sign that has been used since ancient times. It consists of 6 different magical symbols drawn over a circle, resembling a compass rose. According to the description, magical signs and sigils throughout history. The sign carved in the stones around the bat shack should be a kind of... Oh, I totally didn't even explore at the outside. There are 4 major symbols among the 16. These 4 are adjusted to cardinal directions of the compass. East red, north white. This color coding information may come in handy. There's no single order for the symbols. Different orders are used to achieve specific protections needed. If the signs need to be invisible, they may be painted with a luminescent matter. It's clever to use something luminescent that keeps them concealed without a strong light source to see it properly. This will enable the caster to see them whenever needed, yet make them invisible to others during the morning hours. Although under strong light, okay, so there's one more clue I need. I think I already underlined that. Okay. And I know I already underlined that, but I'm just trying again. I think the stone circle that surrounds this building is some kind of protective sign. Okay. That's it. Okay, well, let's read. Well, first let's look at this capsule. Nothing there. Drayden. Will that name mean anything? As you already know, we have no hope of understanding some of the obscure writing of Wolfgang Schneider. That's not what I meant to do. Shoot. Okay, hold on. See if we can just underline Wolfgang Schneider. Okay, this is a major obstacle in our way now. There are still things that we must acquire and get done in a very short period of time. From the recent discoveries of Shelif bin Hamar, we know that some of the machines mentioned in the Voco apparatus may still exist. Mentioned in Voco apparatus may still exist, though the Inquisition frantically sought to destroy them all during the Dark Ages. Like most of the ancient sources, it is almost impossible to find a properly translated version of Voco apparatus, but there is a book called Recollection of the Past. Recollection of the Past that was written by Alfred Bolovic, a relatively unknown medieval alchemist and demonologist during the War of Northbridge. Recollections of the Past consist of several topics about the writer's research area and may contain at least some clues. You must find that book at all costs. Some of the others have already started looking for it, but you have connections that could quicken the process. The box I sent with this letter includes the materials you need. It consists of the ashes of... Well, now I know what's in the capsule. He was a notorious German philosopher, alchemist, and writer of the book called Eclipse of the Soul who lived in the 14th century. What could this mean? How on earth could they find ashes of someone who died centuries ago? And what do they plan to do with them? I'm sure I don't need to tell you that it is impossible to replace, so be very cautious. Ah, Ivar. Remember Clarkfield's notes mentioned Ivar's strange condition, how it seemed that he was terribly afraid of something. These sessions were probably the reason. Ivar and Thoth were killed horribly by one of the embodied ones during a conjuring session. Some of them are very powerful and must be completely avoided. We couldn't control the last one even though we did everything written on the parchment. We can no longer use one of our hideouts as it now seems to be roaming freely. What? A recent newspaper article reported a massacre that took place in the suburban area. Needless to say, it would be very bad for us if it gets caught anytime soon. Thus, Mr. Curvin has ordered not to use Belarus Way. But instead to try the one described in the Voco apparatus. He was a chemist, botanist, and physician of... he was also a reputed alchemist. I went for the passage that explained his views on how well-preserved essentials as salts of human ashes can allow... Yep, thank you. That's... Okay, I'm sure if I read it, it'll tell me. But instead, the one described in the... This is the safest method. Not to use the Belarus Way. We learned of what we could understand from Voco apparatus that there should be a silver cylinder-like object. It must be filled with the ashes or any other organic remnant of the one that you intend to summon, but the rest is unclear. You must find the book quickly. Mr. Curvin becomes more and more impatient with each passing day. Immediately Report back when you find anything useful. Then PUTWB will be on their way to you, waiting to hear good news, John D. Since he found recollections of the past, Dredden probably reported back. I must be quick if I don't want to get caught. Okay. Oh. Can't hear any sounds coming from the lock. Okay. It's supposed to be the remains of a long dead Schneider. Remember part. Boulers was a French savant. Okay, I once read a passage that explained his views on how well-preserved essential salts of human ashes can allow one to call out the shade of a dead person. I think this must be what Boulers way referred to. Speaking machine. This machine, could it be one of the machines mentioned in the index of the book? I can't even read the book though. Not yet, anyway. Okay. Ooh. Jesus. After reading this letter, I'm sure this is Drayden's body. Oh my god. Ugh. There's no label in this one. Okay, so we're supposed to be mixing stuff up here. Whoa, okay. More. Don't have like glue or anything, or like there's no tape. Okay. Well, okay, I'm gonna have to cut off this set early because one, I'm starving, and what's this? Hydrochloric acid. Okay. Yeah, so clearly I'm supposed to be doing something here, but yeah, I feel like there's a lot to do, but I'm not sure where to start. So either way, thank you for liking if you like, thank you for commenting if you commented, thank you for subscribing if you subscribed, thank you for favoriting if you favorited, And thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys, see ya!